Welcome everyone to Motivational Mentor. Today is not just another random day that passes without meaning. It's not just Monday or Tuesday or any name on a calendar. Today is something far more important than that. Today is a turning point. Today is a reset. Today is the moment where you stop living on autopilot and start living with intention. Right now, wherever you are, I want you to pause for a second. Breathe in slowly. Feel that breath. That breath is proof that you're still here, still alive, still capable of change. And if you're capable of change, then your story is not finished yet. Today is not about motivation that feels good for 5 minutes. This is about truth. This is about honesty. This is about looking at your life and deciding that you deserve more than survival. This video is not here to hype you up and leave you empty tomorrow. This is a mirror that shows you who you've been, who you are, and who you could become if you stopped running from responsibility and start walking toward your potential. I know you've been tired, not just physically, but mentally, emotionally, tired of trying, tired of hoping, tired of starting again. Maybe you feel stuck. Maybe your mornings feel heavy. Maybe you wake up and ask yourself, is this really my life? If that's you, then you're exactly where you need to be. Because from this moment on, something changes. These next few minutes are not just words. They are a line in the sand, a decision point. This is where rebuilding begins. Let's start with mornings, because that's where most lives are quietly won or lost. Most people treat mornings like an enemy. They hit snooze, they avoid the day, they delay reality. They scroll through other people's lives while their own slowly slips away. Mornings feel like a burden to them because they have no direction pulling them forward. But from today, mornings become your advantage, your weapon, your edge. When the world is asleep, you rise. When others complain, you create. When others repeat yesterday, you start shaping tomorrow. Morning is not about time on a clock. Morning is about identity. Who you choose to be before the world tells you who you are. When you win your morning, you win your life. Not because mornings are magical, but because your mind is most powerful when the day is quiet. Your brain in the morning is like a blank page. What you write on it decides the story of your day. Fill it with stress, noise, and distraction, and your entire day follows that pattern. Fill it with clarity, discipline, and intention, and something shifts inside you. One strong morning doesn't just change one day. It creates momentum that carries you forward for weeks, sometimes months. Morning is decision time. Every single morning, you face a simple but powerful choice. Stay comfortable a little longer, or start building a life you don't want to escape from. Most people choose comfort. Winners choose growth. Success has never been about motivation. Motivation comes and goes. Success is about doing the right thing when no one is watching. Mornings are private victories. There's no applause at 6 a.m. No one sees the effort. But one day, everyone will see the results. Every morning is identity training. It's you proving to yourself who you really are. Are you someone who listens to excuses or someone who commands their mind? Are you controlled by emotions or do you control them? You don't rise because you feel like it. You rise because your future is waiting. So stop treating mornings like they don't matter. They are the foundation of everything you will become. Nobody sees what you do early in the day, but they will see what your life looks like later because of it. Let me ask you something honestly. Have you ever woken up and felt like giving up before the day even started? You open your eyes, and instead of energy, you feel heaviness. Instead of hope, you feel pressure. You feel tired of failing, tired of starting again, tired of believing. If you felt that, you're not weak, you're human. That pain you feel in the morning, that voice telling you to stay down, to go back to sleep, to avoid the day, that is not your weakness. That is the enemy. And your first job every morning is to defeat it. That enemy isn't your alarm clock. It's not the weather. It's not your circumstances. It's the story playing in your head. The story that says you're behind. That it's too late. That today won't matter anyway. That battle doesn't happen outside. It happens inside your mind. The weak listen to that voice. The strong answer back. And winning that battle doesn't require motivation. It requires action. You get up, you move your body, you speak strength. You do something small but powerful. You remind yourself that you're not here to waste another day. You're here to make this life count, even if your life isn't perfect. Even if your situation hurts, you still rise, because rising is the only way out. Motivation fades, habits remain, and the habit of not quitting builds a future most people never touch. You don't need to feel like a champion. You need to act like one. Action creates belief. Belief creates identity. Identity shapes your entire life. One of the simplest but most powerful habits you can build is making your bed the moment you wake up. This isn't about cleanliness. It's about control. When you make your bed, you take command of your environment. You tell your mind, I'm in charge here. You don't delay. You don't hesitate. You finish what you start. Most people begin their day with laziness. They scroll. They stay half asleep. They postpone effort. But when you make your bed, you create your first victory of the day. That small win changes how you think, how you move, how you face challenges. There's a reason military leaders talk about this habit. Not because a bed matters, but because discipline matters. When you start the day by completing a task, your brain learns that you are someone who follows through. Even if the rest of the day is hard, you come back at night knowing you started strong. A made bed becomes a made mind. A made mind creates a stronger life. Another habit that quietly transforms everything is drinking water first thing in the morning, before your phone, before coffee, before excuses. Your body has gone hours without fuel. Your brain needs hydration to function clearly. Most people feel tired not because life is hard, but because their body is running empty. When you drink water with intention, you're sending a message to yourself. I'm preparing my body to carry my goals. This isn't just hydration. It's readiness. It's energy. It's respect for your body. The strongest performers understand this. Athletes, leaders, disciplined people, they all start by fueling themselves properly. Weak mornings start with neglect. Strong mornings start with care. Silence is another weapon most people ignore. The world is loud. Notifications, opinions, comparisons, noise everywhere. If you don't protect the first moments of your day, you lose ownership of your mind before you even stand up. Silence is where clarity lives. When you sit quietly for even a minute, you give yourself space to think, to breathe, to reconnect with who you are and where you're going. Noise makes you reactive. Silence makes you intentional. The most creative minds, the strongest leaders, the deepest thinkers, all protect their mornings. Not because they're avoiding the world, but because they're preparing to face it. Movement matters too. You don't need a gym. You don't need perfection, you need motion. When you move your body in the morning, even briefly, you remind yourself that you are alive, capable, and in control. Doing something physical early builds momentum. It teaches your brain that effort comes before comfort. And once you've done one hard thing, the rest of the day feels lighter. Words are powerful. What you say to yourself in the morning becomes the foundation of your day. If you speak weakness, you live weakness. If you speak strength, you move with strength. Choose one powerful sentence and say it out loud every morning. Not quietly, not unsure. Say it like you mean it. Your brain believes repetition. Speak confidence until it becomes natural. Looking at yourself in the mirror is uncomfortable for many people. They see regret, doubt, old versions of themselves. But transformation begins when you face yourself honestly and with respect. Talk to yourself like someone you care about. Acknowledge the pain, but also acknowledge the effort. When you build a relationship with yourself based on respect, your confidence becomes unshakable. Writing down 3 important actions for the day creates focus, not endless lists, just 3 meaningful things. This habit builds trust between you and yourself. Every completed task becomes proof that you can rely on your own word. Momentum doesn't come from big plans. It comes from small promises kept daily. And finally, guard your mind. What you consume shapes who you become. If you start your day with negativity, comparison, and chaos, you carry that weight all day. If you start with purpose, learning, or peace, your energy changes. Your mind is a temple. Protect it. Feed it carefully. Choose content that builds you instead of draining you. At Motivational Mentor, we believe real change isn't loud. It's consistent. It's quiet discipline. It's daily choices made when no one is watching. You don't need a perfect life to begin. You need a decision. And if you've made it this far into this video, that decision has already started forming. Your past does not define you. Your habits do. And today is where they change. Remember this. Your life doesn't change in one big moment. It changes the moment you stop quitting on yourself. Protect your mornings, protect your mind, and everything else will follow. Thank you for watching Motivational Mentor. If this message helped you, like the video, share it with someone who needs it, and subscribe. Because your best life is still ahead.